Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Adriana DC. Tonight we are going to be talking about the best niche fragrances that can be worn all year round. You guys know these niche fragrances come with a hefty price tag. And if you're going to buy an extremely expensive fragrance and just pack it up in on your shelf and put it out on special occasions, then your cost per wear is going to be extremely high. You're not going to get a lot of use. You're not going to get a lot of value. And it all depends, I don't know if you guys just collect fragrances and you like having an expensive fragrance just sitting on your shelf. So tonight I decided to give you guys niche fragrances that you guys can easily reach for throughout the year. They are somewhat versatile. I would say they're very much versatile. And you can get a lot of wear out of them for more than one different occasion, for different seasons throughout the year, which I think is a good way to look at, niche fragrances when you're buying them. That is if you're not that much concerned about your cost per wear. So if this is something that interests you, then by all means keep on watching. If you guys are new here, please don't leave without hitting that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that notification bell so that way you will be notified every single time I upload. And for those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you guys for your continuous love and your support. The first niche fragrance in my perfume collection that I classify as a all year round scent is Rouge Smoking by BDK, you guys. And BDK fragrances overall have a very nice, fine, light and airy, sweet blend. With an exception of the Oud Abramad and those stronger, heavier ones like the Tobacco Rose, and even the Tobacco Rose is still an easy fragrance to wear. Rouge Smoking is essentially a cherry, vanilla, smooth, powdery, creamy, a little bit almondy, liqueur smelling fragrance that opens up heavy on the cherry. It wears quite soft. You guys know the longevity on this one isn't that particularly great, but this is one fragrance that you can definitely get away with wearing all year round on an everyday basis. Even though the scent is such a it's a spectacular scent, like cherry, like Rouge Smoking is a beautiful smelling fragrance, absolutely stunning scent profile, and it is most definitely a very easy wear type of fragrance. If you are somebody that likes smelling good, okay, you like your expensive fragrances, I think Rouge Smoking would definitely give you guys a lot of wear. As a matter of fact, like I said, BDK on a whole has a lot of light and airy, lightly powdery scents that I think are definitely fragrances that's easy to wear. Not to mention the price tag on these fragrances are not too bad in my opinion. So Rouge Smoking for me is definitely an everyday wearing type of niche scent that you can wear it. You can wear it in the spring. You can get away wearing this fragrance in the summertime, but mostly in the nighttime, I would say. I do think you can get away wearing this in the daytime during the summers. I don't know in terms of the variation in heat or temperature or whatever, but I still think you can get away wearing this fragrance in the summertime. Springtime, definitely fall and winter. And even though it's not a heavy fragrance, you will have to respray this scent, but I definitely would enjoy wearing this fragrance during the winter time as well, even though it's not that great for lasting. So this is Rouge Smoking by BDK. Another easy reach niche scent is Desert Rosewood by Goldfield and Banks. Not a fragrance that is very much talked about, but definitely a beautiful offering nonetheless. This is a warm, spicy, ambery, woody vanilla fragrance, very powdery, heavy on that desert rosewood essence. Is quite woody, has somewhat of like an dare I say somewhat of a desert smelling type of vibe to it. The rosewood in here so kind of gives off a dry, a little bit earthy, kind of almost dusty, but more on the powdery side. It smells clean, smells expensive, and this is a fragrance that has a light airy feel but a nice presence to it. There's also some cardamom, vanilla, and a few citrusy elements, so it's a beautiful soft fragrance with a nice base to it that wears quite beautifully, you guys. This perfume definitely wears well throughout the year, of course in the fall and the winter, but during the springtime and those really cool evenings, you can definitely wear this beautiful fragrance. And in the summer times as well, especially if you're going out perhaps to a wedding or an afternoon brunch or dinner or something of the sort, Desert Rosewood is a very classy and elegant, uncomplicated, expensive smelling fragrance that's definitely easy to pull for on from a day-to-day basis. So Desert Rosewood is definitely one of those niche fragrances that you will get your your value, you will get your money's worth, because it is something that you can wear and it is something that's quite versatile. So this is Desert Rosewood by Goldfield and Banks. Another niche fragrance that definitely has a lot of versatility to it is Mancera's Roses Vanille, you guys. A beautiful, sugary, musky, ambery rose scent, okay, with a hint of floral. It smells sweet, it smells beautiful, it's strong but not too overwhelming, you guys. This fragrance wears beautifully. It has a decent projection but not an obnoxious projection, in my opinion. You can definitely get away wearing this fragrance in the warmer weather. As a matter of fact, I've seen quite a few people pull for this scent during the summertime, especially if you're a person that likes to wear strong fragrances. You don't want to overspray, you don't want to have to spray or respray or whatever the case is. Roses Vanille is a beautiful scent. I think it's the roses and the musk in here, so that kind of cuts that that heavy base to this particular perfume. And of course, you guys know this perfume performs beautifully in the fall and winter because this is a Mancera scent. I definitely think this is a fragrance, a niche perfume with quite a decent price tag that you guys will definitely get a lot of wear of, that you can pull for on an everyday basis and definitely make a statement. So this is something definitely that you'd want to put your money to, because again, wear, versatility, projection, and the overall scent profile is scrumptious, you guys. So this is Roses Vanille by Mancera. Next up, we have Luxury by Mizensir, and this is a powdery, musky, ambery scent, okay, with some white florals and a very prominent note of iris. Now this perfume, again, Mizensir fragrances, just like the bottle, they're very transparent, crisp, clean fragrances that come off very, like not like soft, but the fragrances have quite a decent body to it. This has a beautiful white floral, irisy, powdery, musky scent to it with some sweet vanilla, okay, and there's some ambery touches. A strong fragrance, but it just comes off really light. This is a perfume similar to Gris Dior by Christian Dior. Very similar in that vein, okay? This is a perfume that you can wear, definitely wear in the fall and winter. Again, it comes off like, transparent, not that heavy, but definitely a decent presence. You can definitely wear this fragrance in the springtime as well as in the summertime. Again, if you're going to brunch, dinner or whatever the case is, even a work fragrance. This is a beautiful work fragrance. I can't imagine. This is a nice scent to wear as a signature scent. I will say to you, it does smell a lot more special than a everyday signature scent vibe. But if you like elegant white florals and you want something again that's versatile, that you can dress it up or dress it down, you cannot go wrong with Mizensir's Luxury fragrance, as well as quite a few fragrances from Mizensir are quite, neutral smelling, in my opinion. I use the term neutral smelling because a fragrance that you can wear it, again, it's good for the summer, good for the spring, has a nice tone to it, it smells elegant, it smells dressed up, but definitely still easy to wear because it's very light and, it just has a very nice, fine blend to it. So Mizensir's Luxury is definitely a niche fragrance that can be worn on a daily basis. Like, you definitely get your money's worth out of this beautiful fragrance. Next up, we have Rose Oud by Kayali, and this is one of the newest releases from the brand, you guys. And strangely enough, I haven't heard a lot of people talk about this perfume, but one thing is for certain, the versatility in this perfume, not only the versatility, but how the unique blend, the note structure in this fragrance is very, very different. Not something we usually come across. Of course, it's a rose and oud combination with the addition of lemon, with some musk. I think there's some geranium in here so as well. So essentially you get a citrusy, bright, rich rose and oud fragrance with the essence of lemon and musk. This is a party fragrance. This is a perfume that you can wear in the fall, in the winter, because it has that oud note in here. So kind of solidifies this DNA. The oud just adds a really nice, beautiful, hefty base to it, and it goes really well with the lemon. That zesty lemon essence, it goes really beautifully because it kind of tones down the oudy essence, in my opinion. It kind of goes well with it. So even if you don't like oud, you will still enjoy wearing this beautiful fragrance. And of course, rose and lemon. This is not a boring, rose and oud combination or a generic rose and oud combination. It's a beautiful, light, airy fragrance. You can get away with this fragrance in the fall, Definitely wear this fragrance in the winter. This is a party fragrance for the winter time. In the spring and in the summertime, especially in the summer nights, this would make a beautiful fragrance. Definitely a very beautiful, exciting fragrance with a lot of versatility. And I don't think the price tag on this one is too bad, you guys. So Kayali Rose Oud, definitely a niche scent that you can get your money's worth because you can wear this fragrance all year round. So this is Kayali Rose Oud from the Oudgasm collection. Next up, we have another offering from Kayali. We have Kayali's the Wedding Silk Santal and Kayali the Wedding Velvet Santal. And I kind of combine these together because I don't want to flood this entire list with Kayali fragrances. I do consider Kayali fragrances to be very, very versatile. So of course, you have the Kayali Wedding Silk Santal. This one has in your white freesia, your clementine, your nectarine, sugary musk, sweet sandalwood essence, beautiful perfume. Of course, it has that champagne note, which makes it really bright and really pretty, gaudy and elegant. And even though it's a wedding scent, it is a very easy fragrance to wear, you guys. It smells dressy, it smells pretty, it smells gaudy. You can wear this in the summertime, in the springtime, and the fall and the winter. Beautiful perfume, you know, all around that note of sandalwood, but everything, all the notes in this particular scent are in beautiful harmony with each other. So it's not overwhelming. You know, the projection is quite decent. And then of course we have the Wedding Velvet Santal, and this one is a bit more focused around that jasmine tea note with the sandalwood. I do get a lot of musk in here, so a generous dose of sweetness, and the sandalwood I would say is a little bit more prominent in this one. But personally, I love the Wedding Velvet Santal. This was a perfume that I thoroughly enjoyed during the summertime. However, this is a very versatile, impressive combination in my opinion. You can wear both of these beautiful fragrances all year round. They're not too strong, not too light. Okay, so you can get away wearing this fragrance, you know, during the fall and the winter time. I don't see people talking about these fragrances much. I don't know why, but I think these are really beautiful fragrances that can be worn all year round. So you cannot go wrong. You will definitely get your money's worth. And I thoroughly enjoyed wearing this one during the summer. I wore both of them. But again, you know, this one, because it's associated with a white frosted bottle, you would more tend to pull for this one during the summertime. But again, it wears beautifully all throughout the year, in my opinion. And this one, despite being in a black bottle, wore even nicer during the summertime, you guys. So these beautiful fragrances, definitely, you know, very versatile, niche, everyday scents that you can definitely get your money's worth. Next up, we have Fragrance de Bois Cavort, which is another spicy, woody fragrance. There is some saffron, geranium, rose, ylang ylang, and there is, of course, some incense and some labdanum, but do not be afraid of the incense and the labdanum in this particular scent. As a matter of fact, Fragrance de Bois fragrances have an airiness to it. I do consider the fragrances to be quite versatile because of how finely and well blended the fragrances are. Of course, you want to get as much wear out of these fragrances as possible because they are very expensive, which is why I think these particular brands tend to make fragrances that's quite light. And often people are like, oh my god, it's not worth the money because it's so light and airy and all that jazz. But again, similarly to Dior, I mean, I know Dior fragrances are designer fragrances, but the fragrances are light and airy and very versatile because they have a very heavy price tag, very expensive smelling, and that's what you get. Very expensive smelling ingredients to this scent, but it is most definitely a very versatile perfume because it's so light and airy. Even though it's a spicy fragrance, it's not too harsh on the spices. Light woodiness. This is an absolute pleasure to wear, in my opinion. Very easy to wear type of perfume. If you are very savvy when it comes to your fragrances, and of course, you know, maybe you love niche fragrances, you definitely would enjoy pulling for this perfume on a daily basis, and pretty much, you know, enjoy wearing this scent, especially after spending that expensive price tag. So Fragrance de Bois Cavort for me is definitely a versatile fragrance that can be worn during the spring, the summer, the fall, and winter, especially the newest release lovers from the brand. So this is Fragrance de Bois Cavort. Next up, we have Mallow by Sora Dora, you guys. And this is one of the newest releases from the brand. You guys already know that because I've said that a million times on my channel for the fall and the winter. but I'm not done talking about it yet. This is a beautiful powdery, dried, sweet, almost sugary marshmallow essence that is a very interesting blend because it comes off light. Even though it's sugary sweet, it's quite airy, and it sprays on light, but it projects and lasts ages, you guys. Now, this for me is a very beautiful fragrance to pull for throughout the year. I feel like this perfume fits every season beautifully. It's a marshmallow scent, but it features violets. Okay, violets is what's starring in this perfume. And of course, during the winter time, it smells cozy, it smells warm, it smells sweet. It wears beautifully and very comforting during the fall. And in the spring and summertime, who doesn't want to smell like dry, powdery marshmallows? You can't go wrong. Worst case scenario is on the really hot days, the sweetness from this fragrance can bother a little bit. But again, because this perfume is so light, it's light and it projects quite well. It has a nice, it projects, but it's not an obnoxious scent. So it's like you smell the fragrance while you're wearing it, and it's projecting, but it doesn't come off too strong or too overpowering. So I do like the effect that this beautiful fragrance has, and I do love the wearing experience. This is also my beautiful scent of the day, and I sprayed this on earlier today in the afternoon, and I can still smell this perfume on me, you guys. So Sora's Mallow, definitely a perfume where you can get your money's worth. Definitely enjoy wearing on a day-to-day basis. Next up, we have another marshmallow fragrance, and this is Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian. And this is a honeyed sweet orange blossom marshmallow and vanilla smelling perfume. Beautiful syrupy sweet fragrance, okay? And you'd think that this perfume would bother you during the summertime. It does not, because I actually took this with me on a summer vacation, a summer trip that I had, where the weather was UK summer weather, but it was sunny, that you didn't have to wear jackets, cardigans, anything. You had your back out, skin out, legs out, and everything. And I wore this beautiful fragrance, and it didn't overwhelm me, and I was quite shook. It didn't overwhelm me at all. Not when I was in the elevator, not when I was in a hotel or anything like that. This perfume wears beautifully, and I think that's because, you know, people complain about the longevity on fragrances from Kilian. This perfume will give you a decent 5 hours, 5, maybe even 6 hours wear, but it doesn't project like crazy. Obviously, Mallow projects a lot more than Love Don't Be Shy, but there's something a bit more sweeter, and you know, the orange blossom hazel really stands out a lot more. But again, it wears beautifully, it projects moderately, it definitely lingers on the skin, and it doesn't bother you during the summertime. Of course, during the fall and winter time, you can't go wrong with that, you know, syrupy, sweet, honeyed marshmallow essence. It wears beautifully all year round. So Love Don't Be Shy, it has an expensive price tag, but one thing's for certain, you can definitely get your money's worth out of this perfume. You can enjoy wearing this beautiful scent all year round, in my opinion. Next up, we have Cherry Oud by Goldfield, and I'm a bit conflicted as to whether this fragrance is designer or niche, but I do think it has an extravagantly niche and hefty price tag, so I'll go with niche, okay? But of course, they do have designer lines from the range, but this is of the more expensive line in my opinion. So bottom line, designer, niche, who really cares? It's expensive, okay? Cherry Oud is an offering from the brand. As a matter of fact, there are quite a lot of fragrances in the Goldfield private collection that's very light and airy. You do have some of them that get a little bit intense and really strong, but I find a lot of them are very soft and, you know, florally and very elegant and really pretty. And Cherry Oud, even though there is some oud in here, so this is a bright, citrusy, airy, powdery cherry oud fragrance that almost smells clean and soapy. Very easy fragrance to wear all year round. This fragrance, of course, has in, you know, cherry, some fruity notes. It has in some rose. It also mentions some leather in the base. You don't really get a lot of leather. You get mostly oud in this particular perfume. Powdery, clean scent. Again, similar vibe along Rose Oud by Kayali. Definitely similar vibes. Expensive smelling perfume that you can wear all year round and will last and project like crazy. The longevity is quite decent, okay? The projection is still moderate but definitely present. You get 8 hours wear out of this beautiful perfume. And again, this is one of those fragrances that if you are going to spend that hefty price tag on, you want to be able to wear it to the heavens and back, and you most definitely can, because it wears and lasts like crazy. I think this fragrance will wear beautifully during these summer nights, and those cool spring days and stand up beautifully in the fall and winter. So this is Cherry Oud by Guerlain. All right, so there you have it, you guys. These are the fragrances in my perfume collection. These are the niche fragrances in my perfume collection that can be worn on an everyday basis. Okay, versatility and luck, low cost per wear, value for money. You can't go wrong. And you know, these are decent wearing fragrances that you definitely feel like, hey, you know, I can really enjoy wearing this fragrance throughout the seasons, you guys. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys found value in these selections. If in fact you did, please give me a very big thumbs up. If you guys are new here, please don't leave without hitting that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that notification bell so that way you will be notified every single time I upload. And for those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you guys for your continuous love and your support. And until next time, see you guys in my very next video. Bye.